This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, thank you for joining. And today we are going to discuss about demo 2 on data engineering. So last class we have discussed about just brief introduction about data engineering and elements of that. And today we are going to discuss on top level like what are the highlights of data engineering process completely. Okay. So today and what are the course highlights for today's demo session is like we'll discuss one by one here true factor growth of Microsoft Azure cloud. So why, like what are the factor that Microsoft Azure is having a great importance, and so many people, like so many students, are getting confused how how they can understand the process, how they can understand the system, and how they can understand the cloud to become a data engineer related to the Azure. So you will become data engineering using DevOps, AWS, Azure, but we are concentrating on Azure data engineer. So because Azure, as we last report we have taken, it's a great importance, it's great usage in the market. So that's why we prefer Azure data engineering. So then after that, the main importance, what is the difference between ETL and ELT and its importance? So if you understand the key structure about ETL and ELT, then you can understand the Azure data engineering process. So what exactly cloud means? And after that, we'll discuss about SaaS, PaaS, and as means what you understand that. So I'll give you the high level, okay? Software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. These three importance, okay? And cloud solution to the clients. So to clients, wherever you are working, like in healthcare or retail or networking, whoever may be the client, and what will be the cloud solution for that when it comes to Azure data engineering. And after that, we will discuss about modern data warehouse, or we can say modern data warehouse architecture. And then, as we know, we have already discussed about key role of Azure data engineer and Azure data engineering course outlet. And after that, tomorrow I will discuss about how the training flow, how the process, okay, and ecosystem, everything will be detailed flow will be given tomorrow and including the project. So that's it here. As per the latest reports, Microsoft Azure growth is drastically growing every day. That the report has taken here Greek wire. Okay, so you can source collected from Greek wire, and then you can see the report and how the importance of Microsoft Azure drastically growing day to day. So you understand because of this growth, the revenue generation is more, then more companies are coming to registering in the platform of Azure and automatically more usage on the platform. So then, so Greek Wire's latest report has taken on January, and Microsoft Azure revenue up 30% with help of AI as tech giants beats overall expectations. So whatever they have target they achieved because of AI and including the Microsoft Azure, their revenue brought up. Okay, and this is the right time to learn Microsoft Azure cloud to become an Azure data engineer. So because of this drastic growth day to day, the traditional system like disappearing one by one, and everybody is looking at now cloud and automation side. So As already discussed in the multiple demos, without cloud and without automation, there is no career for any software engineer in upcoming days. So understand which technology you want and which process you want, methodology, everything you need to pick up in a right track, and you need to become a perfect software engineer in a cloud specialist. So compared to all, then we suggest like Microsoft Azure data engineering is the right choice for right now generation, because as 3 lakhs above companies are registering in Azure platform for every year. So understand the importance usage. Okay. So then coming to like pick up your skills according to the market trend to boost up your career in successful cloud platform. So many people suggest like you can go for DevOps, you can go for Snowflake, you can go for AWS, you can go for Azure. Every cloud platform will have a great importance and high opportunities, plentiful opportunities in upcoming days on cloud platform like DevOps, Azure, Snowflake, and you can remaining what are the cloud platforms, whatever you take, your career will be completely safe. So in our training we prefer that Azure data engineer. So what are the skill set that you required according to the market, and learn it and apply it and then become a Azure data engineer. So coming to in our discussion, we can do end-to-end project in Azure data engineering on healthcare project and retail domain, either anyone, either retail or healthcare, to understand the cloud service usage between the multiple cloud platforms. So it is not, as I already discussed, Azure data engineering is not a specific technology. It is a process which group of technology included. So that means you understand like Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, okay, and Azure SQL will be there, cloud services will be there, and the data lake will be there. So there are multiple cloud platforms integrated in Azure data engineering. So when you are integrating with multiple tools, so are you getting my voice here? Everybody, can you please type in the chat box? Is my voice is clear? Great. So only for today and tomorrow demos, I can give you high level points, and after an actual classes, we can discuss slowly because I want to cover entire process today. Okay. So now, and if you see when you go outside, the thing is end-to-end project is really difficult to design the platform, because you need to involve in multiple tools and integrate it in a cloud platforms, and the data flow should be very smooth actually. If the data flow is not smooth, then there are a lot of issues will come. So that means when you are building end-to-end project in Azure data engineering, where you understand what tool you are using and how you are integrating, and the process is completely safe or not, you are going to verify in all the process in developing the end-to-end project. Okay. So without project data engineering in any platform, it's really difficult and stuff. Like it's tough to go and understand the process. Okay. Maybe you may understand what is data factory, you may understand what is data bricks, you may understand what is data lake, but how you are integrating with the GitHub, and how the pipeline will be created using multiple factors. So completely it is going to be a hectic process if you are not clear when you are building the project. Okay. So in this demo session, we will get to know the clear picture or straight roadmap to become a successful Azure data engineer. So when it comes to for fundamentals, you understand, sir, before going to start, we need to understand the cloud platforms. Like what are the platforms are there in the market, like Azure, okay, AWS, Snowflake, DevOps, or some other multiple cloud platforms. Google, GCP also there, Google Cloud Platform will be there. So you know one thing, all cloud platform concepts are conceptual understandings are very clear, near to same. That means every fundamental is same. But if you learn one cloud platform, then capturing rest of the cloud platforms are very easy. That means you understand the one of the best cloud platform and understand it, and you can able to work on any type of cloud platforms. Because you know some people who have joined like ETL, once you learn NCSQL, you can able to work in all the databases. Same thing, if you learn one platform, and then you can able to work and understand other platforms too. So here you can learn about Azure cloud platform. So before going to start, now, what do you mean by ETL and what is ELT process? Can anybody knows what is ELT? Sorry, ETL. Can you please type in the chat box? What do you mean by ETL? If not, no problem. Just I am just asking you. Come on, guys. What is extract, transform, and load? Extract, transform, and load. Okay. So when you say extract, transform, and load, I am very happy to like I need this type of interaction in every demo, because this is cloud system we are building, so it means we are always together. It's a win-win situation process to discuss each one and to build the system. Okay, so go ahead with your answers like that every time. And what do you mean by ELT process? What do you mean by ELT? There is just exchange of that words: extract, load, and then transform. This is what happening: extract, load, and transform. But here what we are doing: extract, transform, and load. That is the old process. Now in cloud platform we are doing ELT process. I'll give you only one difference between this. After discussing all the points, only one major difference is between ETL and ELT process. Why we need to prefer this? Okay. First, let me discuss about ELT or ETL. First, we can go with the ETL means, maybe if somebody have already having knowledge, what you need to do, you just make sure you are understanding the concepts and recap once again. Else and try to capturing depth of the subject. Okay, so ETL, which stands for extract, transform, and load. Extracting the multiple source systems and transforming means applying the business logics as per the required format and loading into the target system, is one of the most popular data integration and pipeline process. So every company using ETL, which means getting the data from OLTP system, heterogeneous OLTP systems, and loading the data into staging layer. From there, we are going to apply data cleaning techniques, data cleansing techniques, data scrubbing techniques, data merging we can do, and data integration we can do. We are preparing the business logics, and we make the data as per the business point of view, and then we are going to load the data into OLAP system, that is called data warehouse. Just it's a journey of ETL process. In ETL, unstructured data is, so this is what I suggest now. This is important. Please understand. In ETL, unstructured data. Can you please tell me what What are the components from unstructured data? Type in the chat box. What are the components from unstructured data? What are the components will come from under the unstructured data? Come on, type everybody. I told you now, semi-structured, unstructured, and structured. So what it will come? Audio, videos, right? Do you remember that? Everybody. So there are three types of structures. Data structures will be there. One is structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. Have you heard about it or not? Please understand. Tell me. Have you heard about it or not in the last demo? Can you please type yes or no? It's not like question and answer. Okay, I'm just asking you. If not, we can go ahead. Which means here understand structured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. So those who have not done the demo one, please accept the demo one and understand it and get it. Okay, fine. I'll come up with the process anyway. Okay, so here unstructured data is first extracted from its source and moved to staging area. That is the ETL process. Okay, that is the ETL process. We are doing what here? First of all, are you getting my voice? Just everybody type clear in the chat box. I'll just make sure clear. Okay, then happy. That's it. Okay, let's go. So unstructured data, which is called like MP3 audios, MP4 videos. Okay, these type of data we can call it as unstructured data that is extracted from the source means OLTP systems and moved to the staging area, not in the target. It is like staging area, temporary location. Once data is cleaned and validated and made compatible with the new system, and it is loaded in the target environment to gain the analytical insights. This is called ETL process. In generic explanation, extracting the data from multiple extracting the unstructured data from multiple heterogeneous systems, and that will be loaded in the staging layer where we are going to data cleaning, data cleansing, data validation, and data make like format whatever we are doing according to the system. Then we will load the data into directly in the target system for getting the analytics or beautiful insights for business decision making. This is called ETL process, guys. You understand this carefully. Okay, when you are taking ETL, extract, transform, and load. See here, extracting and transforming into the staging layer and then loading. After that, we are making into data warehouse loading, that is AWS or Google, GCP, Snowflake, Azure, whatever you take. From there, we are going to do analytics. Okay, so this means here extract, transform, and load is the process of what you can say data migration from source system to here multiple source system, customer relationship management, ERP system, billing system, whatever we are doing, all the extracting and then transforming and then loading. So here unstructured data will collect from all the sources and here it will transform the data and then after it will be loading the data. So it is a hectic process where unstructured data when you are going to store in a transformation layer. Okay, so this is just for understanding of ETL process: extract, transform, and load. It's an old process of like traditional system of what they are doing. So we have multiple ETL tools like Informatica, okay, ETL tool, Data Stage ETL tool, Ab initio ETL tool, okay, Talent is also the rich reporting actually, okay, and MSBI, okay, business intelligence, and these are the and only specific for Oracle ODI, Oracle data integration. There are the tools which are related doing ETL process, but that is not actually we are looking right now. When to use ETL, I'll just make sure when to use ETL. In ETL, the extract data is only loaded in the data warehouse from processing the server. So I will give you clear picture about data warehouse techniques. What is SCD1, SCD2, SCD3? Okay, what is star schema, Snowflake schema, Galaxy schema? What is what you can say CDC, change data capture mechanism? Okay, we have great insight. What is MD5 function? What is checksum will be there. There are high level concepts will be there in data warehousing, okay, and we are going to understand the processing servers also, like what type of servers and will use. Now that is extracted, it is only loaded in the data warehouse from the processing server. After it has been transform means after applying the business transformation techniques and after utilizing the data, then only we are going to move the data into a target when it comes to ETL process. This makes it an ideal processing the data sets that need to extensive transformation, or when you need the restrict loading specific data to the target requirement. So this is a greater advantage, means whatever you want, you can load the data, remaining you can hold the data. That is a greater advantage of restriction when you are loading the data into target. See, because I have 25 years my sales data, I just analyze it. I have done some transformation and I applied. But I need only 5 years data. Yes, here we have a restrictions to load only 5 years data. We are just holding remaining 15 years data. The thing is, here we are handling restriction process using ETL. Okay. So, for instance, consider an example of OLTP, that is online analytical process. The data warehouse is which only relational SQL database structures are accepted. So here we will write all SQL queries on a proper formats, and we are going to write on OLTP systems and when you are extracting the data. Okay. Now that is ETL means. Now what do you mean by ELT? Okay. Extract, load, and then transform. So now you can see extract, load, and transform, commonly known as ELT. First, pulls the unstructured data from its source and loads the data into new system. Okay, what we are doing here, first it will take the data or unstructured data from its source and then load the data into new system. Okay, and then after loading that we are going to do the transformation operations or then perform the transformative operations. Then after loading in the target, then only we can able to perform and we can able to apply all the transformations and business logics. Now in ELT, vital operations like data cleansing, transformation, and enrichment are in the data warehouse, making it easier for us, for users to make multiple transformations to raw data. See, what we need to understand here, whenever we are going to do data loading in the target system like Azure or whatever the platforms, Snowflake, whatever, on top of that we are going to do the cleansing techniques and business transformation logics, and we are going to build a data warehouse in an ecosystem, and also which makes easier process. Okay, which makes easier process. Okay, to make the multiple transformations to the raw data. Whatever the raw data is there, on top of that, we are going to do multiple transformation. That is ELT process. So ELT is a newer concept. It's a new concept in the cloud platforms actually. Okay. ELT is a newer concept that has been involved due to the scalable cloud native warehouse support. Okay. So which means here for all the cloud related data warehouses, we can apply ELT process. Okay. For example, cloud-based data warehouse like Snowflake, Azure, Redshift have provided the needed digital infrastructure for storing and transforming the data transfer. So it is called data migration only. Okay. So which means you can understand here ELT process. You can understand this architecture also. Extracting, loading, and then transforming. So here we are going to do data loading. So in the data loading here we can see. So extract, first we can do extract, load, and then we are performing transformation and we are doing the analytics on Azure. Okay. And this is going to be a end-to-end project when you are doing a clear-cut information. Okay. So extract, load, and then transform, which is going to do like cloud platforms, which is ELT process. Okay. So benefit ELT provides the flexibility to export the entire data set, you can say, including the real-time data without overheads. Okay. ELT provides the flexibility to export the entire data sets, including the real-time data without overhead. First one. And this is because of users can get all kind of data analysis without loading additional data sets. Okay. So this is because of users can get all kind of data analysis without loading additional data sets. So what will happen? You don't need to worry about the data. Already data is there for different types of data sets. Different because here data sets will be automatically will be there for data loading techniques. But in ETL process it won't be available. Okay. So easy maintenance is also there. Since ELT Pro can handle diverse the data sets, it is mostly used for processing the structured and unstructured data in living volumes. When data latency is concerned, the ELT is mostly preferred. Okay, as a multiple transformation operations can be performed to obtain the instant analytics. So you have huge amount of data, guys, unstructured data. How many videos are uploading in Netflix and all? How they are going to do analytics in normal ETL process cannot be performance-wise better. That's why ELT process, which is a cloud platform, where you can directly load the data, unstructured data. Then after that, we can make it like while transferring the data, we can apply n number of transformation business logics according to the client, according to the business requirement after loading into the cloud platform. So if you are using Snowflake, there is one of the important tool that is Matillion is there. So I'll give you one example for your understanding. Okay. So ETL, you can say, so there is one of the like ETL tool. Okay. ETL tools like Informatica. Okay. Data stage, Informatica data stage, Abinitio. Okay. ETL tools, Informatica data stage, and Abinitio, and or you can say AB. Okay. So then we have ODI, Oracle Data Integration, there are multiple. Okay. So now let's see. And when it comes to ELT tools, okay, we are going to go with Azure actually. Azure platform is there. Okay, data lake and all. But other tools like you can see ELT tool, ELT tool which is having ELT, which is having Matillion. Okay, Matillion tool. Okay, for especially this is for cloud platform. Okay, Matillion. Okay, fine. Then we have data lake, data bricks, whatever we have. Okay, there are multiple Azure related thing we have. Okay, Azure service you can say for understanding purpose, which is doing ELT process. So the choice between ETL. Okay, first you can see. So we can do like ETL provides flexibility, sorry, ELT provides flexibility to export the entire data sets, including the real-time data without overheads. This is because of users can get all kind of data analysis. All kind of data analysis means structured data analysis, semi-structured data analysis, and unstructured data analysis. But in ETL, it is not possible. Okay, that is also important without loading additional data sets. For you can check text data preparation, already it is available. Okay, so then easy maintenance since ELT can handle different types of data sets. It is mostly used for processing the structured and unstructured data in a large volumes. When data latency is concerned, ELT is mostly preferred as multiple transformational operations can be performed to obtain the instant analytics. So we are going to make it an instant analytics, which is called ELT process. Okay. So this is the basic idea about here. That's why ELT is often implemented in cloud native environment that demands low maintenance and can perform frequent transformation operations efficiently. Got my point? Low maintenance is there, which is high maintenance. I will give you the differences also, don't worry. So the choice between ETL and ELT boils down to factors such as the like available data sources. So based on the data sources, based on the formats, based on the target systems or destinations, based on the data volume, based on the data processings, and based on the requirements, and based on your all infrastructure, we prefer ETL or ELT. So both techniques can help us to cater your data integrate needs in different way. So either you can use ETL or ELT because it is going to give you the analytics process only. But the best analytics in cloud platform will be preferred ELT process. Apart from your existing technical stack, like you should also consider your long-term business plans while picking as preferred approach. Because why companies are using today, you understand the data drastically increasing and now you understand after 10 years how much data unstructured data is formed. So you whenever you are starting any new company, you are going to think about always cloud platform which is unlimited storage, which is accepting all types of data. Then only it is for long term it will run, otherwise it will collapse in between itself. So that's why ELT process is involved. Okay, so I'll make you like what are the key differences, basic differences later I can give you. So data, what is it? ETL means extracted and then transformed into processing server before loading and then into the target system. Once data is extracted from the source, it is loaded into the target system and then transformed in the target. Transform means applying the business logics. After loading in ETL, before loading, sorry, after loading we are applying the transformation in ELT process. But before loading, we do transformations in ETL process. It has been around 20 years back. It came ETL process. Now it is been newer form of integration. Now it is recently introduced ELT process in a cloud platforms. And you can say code basis transformation. It is a secondary server for heavy transformation. So we need any other server for writing the code and all. But in the database, simultaneous load and transformation will happen in the ELT process. Security compliances, you can say best suited to meet security and compliance standards, but direct loading of data needs more security restrictions. So we are doing without any business logic in between source and target. We are directly applying any not business logics we are not applying. So it means more security is very important. Okay. So for example, you see simple understanding guys here. So you have a source, okay? You have a source and you have a target because it's your like target. Now you are doing like transformations. So after doing transformation, then we are going to load. So here we don't have any problem for data security. So because the thing is source, transformation and load. So whenever we are getting collected the data, it is staging layer, you can say. It's a temporary layer, okay? It's a temporary layer. Now what happened when you are applying all transformation business logics, then we can move the data into the target. So target means after applying the business transformation, this is called data warehouse. From there, data analytics will take, business intelligence team will take the data and they can do for analysis. Okay, fine. This process we can call it as ETL process. Extract, this process we can call it as extract, transform and load process. But what happened in ELT process? Now same process only, we have a source, okay? Understand, we have a source here and we have a target here, okay? And then we are going to transformations. So that means here we are going to do direct load from source to target, in between no changes. So whenever we are doing direct load here, then what will happen? And it is important for the high security. So here high security is required. So here you can say direct load. So extract, okay, extract and here load and here we can say transform for business intelligence. Okay, transform. So that means extract, load and transform, we can call it as ELT process. So here the problem is direct load means it's a data security is very important. And after loading only then we can apply the transformations and generating the business insights. Okay. So this is where you can understand ETL process, everybody. This is ETL process and this is ELT process. Are you clear from everybody? Do you understand what is ETL and what is ELT process? Can you please type in the chat box? Are you clear or not? Clear? Yes. Okay. So then let's go. Now that is the major difference of here. We can understand the process here. Now most important thing as data output structured and in most of the cases. But in ELT process, can be structured, can be unstructured, can be semi-structured. I told you now one of the important and major difference between ETL and ELT. This is the difference. Data volume, ideal for data sets with heavy transformation needs. And here good for large data set that need speedy analysis. Okay. Now data latency, overall higher latency due to heavy transformation, and ELT has lower data duplication or data corruptions, whatever it is, very less in most of the cases. Low storage requirements because only transformed data is loaded. Here high capacity is needed to store and process the data in ELT process. Maintenance, continuous maintenance is needed. Here low maintenance is required in cloud platforms. Implementation on premises or on the cloud, we can do ETL, but it is only for cloud platforms. ELT process is only for cloud platforms. So when do you ETL is whatever you can do, like whenever you are going to do data sets needed heavy transformations and stability, you can do. So you can take any five inputs difference between ETL and ELT, then you can have a knowledge, because there is a mandatory question for interview or understanding the core concepts. This guy really powerful or not, and they can understand the business point of view. Okay. So now when it comes to what is cloud means, the term cloud is related to both a place where you can store the data and a way of operating within that place, means where you store the data, how you are operating the data, we can call it as cloud actually. By place we mean that infrastructure such as servers or data centers provided by Microsoft, and then Google, Amazon, IBM to store our data. So what do you mean by cloud? Where you can store the data, or that data or place or system, we can call it as infrastructure. That infrastructure on the data we can store on the servers on top of the multi gains like MNC giants, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, IBM, we can call it as data centers. Okay, we utilize that space to gather and process and analyze and execute according to our needs. So shortly speaking, we can purchase, design and scalable solutions without necessity of bringing the technical and licensing and servicing support. Guys, you understand what is the major difference here? One more, understand why we prefer cloud. Why we prefer any type of cloud, okay? So I'll give you one small example. So 1 second, let me update. I'll take another 15 minutes extra. Just 1 second. Okay. So now let's see what why we prefer cloud actually. Suppose uh, let's say if you are taking old system or traditional system, okay, traditional database you take. Let me take one example, that is Oracle and Java or whatever I'm database I'm taking here. Okay, now this is called this is like license. Okay, now it now I am like startup. Okay, I'm starting my startup today. So whenever I want to maintain the database and process and all, I want to buy directly this startup. Like from this, I want to buy a licensed database. So it is, suppose you can say this is the amount for database, just understanding purpose. Now there is MNC also there. They need to store some data and process. again they are buying. So now whenever you are taking any traditional or database system, whenever you are preferring the database or whenever you are starting any operations, now you might be a startup, you might be a MNC, you need to purchase with the same cost. Now, and the startup is not much for funding, okay, and it's very difficult to run the business by spending more amount of money when they don't know about the idea of the business and success of the business. MNC they can buy and do no problem, but what about the startups and what about this? Even MNCs also, how many databases it can buy? Maybe one or two, but these databases are traditional systems up to GBs only, up to GBs or terabytes of data. Now terabytes, how much time it is doing? One day it is going for terabytes of data storage is happening. Now it is not preferable for to buy database, okay, or multiple database. It's not possible, and your startup that is not possible. So that's why we are having like unlimited storage mechanism, unlimited storage data or ecosystem, whatever. Now when you are buying, like when you are doing like a startup or whatever, startup or MNC, it's very important. Now why we are going to use cloud here directly? So startup and MNC, whatever. So here, and when you are using startup and MNC, when you are buying unlimited storage here, so they can't buy entire database. Here they can't buy entire database. So they will buy only up to usage. Okay. So people, companies will buy, okay, based on usage. It means if you are using only 5% of this, yes, only they can pay for 5% of money. And here what happen? If you are using 5% also, you need to pay 100% of money. That is money waste for MNC also, for startups also, whatever. So that is also very important. It is a cloud platform. It's a cloud platform that is based on the usage they can buy. And second one is security is there, high security. Okay, because high security, why? Because it's a cloud platform. You cannot able to copy paste the data. You cannot able to do, and the data will be stored in cloud, not in the system. That means no installation, no software installation. First of all, no software installation, no software installations on cloud platforms, because just you are going to log into the cloud, log into the cloud with username and password. That's it in the servers. No need to store the data in your system also. That means you understand the based on the usage they can buy, and high security, no installations required. Just login option is there. Wherever you can go, you can work, because security is also because high security is provided, because most of the companies are work from home. How they are maintaining the high security? When you are storing the data in your system, completely it is going to exchange the data, right? That means here mostly all companies are preferring cloud now. Now you understand why cloud is important? All of you in the chat box, come on everybody. Just I want to give you in a high level bullet points about entire Azure. Okay. So when we go practical, step by step, screen by screen, concept by concept, understand by diagrammatically, and write interview questions there, and we can pick up and integrate with the multiple applications there. So like that we can go. Okay. Hope you are clear, everybody. So you are going to become a cloud specialist. Understand? You are not just normal training. You are not doing that. You are going for high level cloud specialist. The target minimum package is 15 lakhs. Keep in mind always. In sleeping also you need to recollect in your mind like I am going to become a cloud specialist with mostly above 15 lakhs package. Your lifestyle, your process, your financial stress, everything will be collapsed. It means you are going to become a cloud star in upcoming days after understanding these concepts. Okay, so now, and you need to understand, okay, few things here, guys, like SaaS, PaaS, AS. What means these days are very often hear about cloud migration, cloud computing, cloud solution providers. We usually heard this type of what you can say vocabulary or terms or statements. Sometimes we can come across specific names such as Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services. Yes, we are able to hear about it. Moreover, those terms and brands are being talked in the context that sound terms as such as SaaS, PaaS, and us. What means software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Okay, you need to understand. Now, what do you mean by SaaS? Now, let us have a look at the differences between these three as PaaS, SaaS here. Okay, now understand. You can see here when you understand SaaS here, software as a service, that application, your mobile app like Book My Show, Make My Trip, okay, and WhatsApp, these are called SaaS, software as a service. So you are going to take the software and getting the service. And you can health checkup applications, banking applications, all apps. Now when you go here, PaaS, development tools, database management, business in like analytics like Azure platforms, cloud platforms. These are not applications. These are the tools or management analytical tools actually. So that means what do you understand? You are just making the tool that is a platform, that is cloud. We are just taking the cloud Azure as a tool we are going to use as a platform. AWS is the tool we are going to do. But applications means that is installing in your mobile and taking into that. Then here infrastructure as a service means you are maintaining the servers, right? Data centers and all, that we can call it as infrastructure as a service. We are maintaining physical building. We can take one building and we can store the all data centers. Okay, we are going to do that. Okay, files we can store. Okay, and you can say data centers, we can take the buildings and we can store. That is infrastructure as a service. Platforms, which is cloud platforms like Azure platform or AWS platform, that is tools or uh, business what you can say analytical tools, which is data lake, data bricks. These are like platform as a service. So Azure is PaaS actually. Azure is platform as a service, not like what you can say software as a service. And only Azure is a PaaS platform, cloud platform as a service. We are doing that. Okay. So software as a service is a result of programmers' work, which is brought to the users and easy to navigate the service or software. Netflix, Gmail, Office 365, whatever the application, AHA, Paytm, whatever you can do. These are called software as a service. These are the extremely example, but SaaS is also a range of application services or software that can be customized for the use of particular business sector, company, or even one of the departments. So we can adjust this application as per the client. Okay, whenever you are using software as a service. Okay, now platform as a service is an environment for programmers where they can relatively easily build, host, and deploy the business applications that we can call it as platform as a service. The best example you can take it Microsoft Azure as cloud platform, and we will use that is as a service. Okay, So then infrastructure as service like is a safe and scalable infrastructure where we do not need to worry about the servers, infrastructure maintenance, availability space, and we can take buildings and make it physical locations. We can call it as infrastructure as a service. Hope you understand like SaaS, PaaS, and as here. Are you clear? Everybody. So just understand high level view. In upcoming classes, I am going to deal with multiple tools, multiple technologies integrated with which is related tool and how we are going to integrate it and everything. So who like all who join now, are you clear about this infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service? Clear or not in the chat box? I am asking you guys here, at least you respond us because you want to talk with the business people because you are doing cloud specialist projects. You are going to talk with the business people. How you can talk? Because every time we have a discussions now. Now you are not going for traditional technology. You are going for cloud technologies. Means every time whenever you have doubt, you need to talk with the client only. So every day you have interactions. So learn habit how to talk with the people, business persons, okay, without any phobia, right? So then let's see. So that is why an example such as cloud solutions can be creation and maintenance of data warehouse. So what is the major we use as in the uh, Azure platforms as a data engineer for what we will provide to the client actually. We are going to create the data warehouse. We'll maintain the data warehouse. We can create the data repository. We can build the report system. We can build the digitalization of business process and event registration system and document circulation system. We can provide these type of cloud solutions by using Azure data engineering process. Okay, n number of process, n number of cloud solution means what client is required that we are going to provide through cloud that for the particular solution for his requirement. Okay, so here cloud solutions, you can say Azure analysis services, a platform for high complexity BI models. We use previously Power BI. Now we are using Azure analysis services as a platform for high complexity business intelligence models, Azure data lake storage, and efficient large data repository. Previously, we used databases like Oracle, okay, Teradata, Big Data, Spew, and Azure Data Bricks, a platform for big data analytics with Apache Spark environment. We do, and Azure Data Factory, a service that allows integrating the data from multiple data sources. That means we are doing now ELT pipeline using Azure Data Factory, including on-premises data centers, MySQL, SAP HANA, some other which is not cloud platforms. We can take data from on-premises platform also, not on cloud, including all cloud technologies and also on premises means old one, which is MySQL, Oracle, SAP, and we are going to take the data and creating a beautiful ELT pipeline for data integration and data migration, data analysis purpose. And Azure SQL database, which is an individual Azure SQL database, we use that. So these are the cloud solutions, Azure cloud solutions. You can say Azure cloud solutions for the client. When you are becoming when you want to become an Azure data engineer, you want to learn all this process. So course outline I can tell you like Azure Data Engineer, Databricks developer, Azure Databricks concept, Spark concept, PySpark, Data Lake, Data Engineering concepts. We have Python, SQL. These are things will be there. Spark SQL will be there. So lot of concepts we have. Okay, these are the concepts we have like Python, Databricks, Spark, PySpark, Spark SQL, Data Lake, Azure Databricks, Azure Snipe data warehouse, okay, SQL pool, and Azure Data Bricks and Data Factory, Databricks project. So we are going to discuss all concepts here. So it's not one game, multiple files handling and all data lake. Okay, so everything we are going to understand it. Okay, so these are the things we are going to discuss about Azure course outline. So the main what does Azure Data Engineer do? Uh, Azure Data Engineer integrate multiple technologies, multiple platforms, transform business logics we can apply, and consolidated data from various structured and unstructured data systems into the structures format that are suitable for building the analytic solutions. So to provide the best analytical process, taking the data from multiple tools or systems. Okay, maybe it's a old system, on-premises systems and on-cloud systems, and getting the data, unstructured data or semi-structured data, or you can say structured data, and collecting the data and making the data, integrating the data, applying the transformation and making beautiful analysis process and making the availability of data. That we are that as a data engineer role in Azure platform. So all activities can be done by Azure Data Engineer. So why we can call it as Azure Data Engineer? Multiple tasks will be involved using multiple Azure cloud services. If you are only learning Azure Databricks, you are Azure Databricks developer. If you are learning Azure Data Factory, you are using only for Azure Data Factory or developer, Data Lake developer. If you are integrating all the things means you are calling as Azure Data Engineer. Hope you are clear, everybody today. So today what we discuss, these are the key areas which I have shared in the group also. These are the key areas that we talk about today. So tomorrow also we have demo 3. At the same time, we can discuss how we are going to integrate the project, how these technologies integrating the project, what happens if a process and application service is not having what reliability 100%, what you can say, 100% high security. Okay, so we how we can do data engineering in development, testing, and security wise, tomorrow I will tell you by explaining one small project also. Okay guys, so that's all for today guys. I hope today is more valuable. I think so today, because we are not as a technically, you need to learn what you can say, understanding the concept and applying the concept. It's not like previously only technical, if you are sound good they may select, but nowadays your explanation, your conceptual understanding, your clarity, everything is important for selection of interview and getting the project in the client rounds. Everything is matters your preparation plan. So I will tell you how you are going to prepare the next 3 months plan, day to day, step by step. You can follow with me, then you will have a greatest technology in the market, that is Azure Data Engineer course. Okay guys, so if you have any questions like tomorrow, you can just ask us. We have a Q&A section is there, so there you can ask us, no problem. And then after tomorrow's demo, you decide whether you want to continue or discontinue. It's not forcible, it's worthable actually. Where you want to learn, you can learn, but it's matter how you are going to understand. So we have 90 days program. That 90 days program, you want to learn everything and doing one project and make it ready for, I am ready to handle it, data engineering project. Okay guys, so that's it for today. So see you tomorrow to discuss about demo 3. Thank you guys, have a great day.